Hillary Clinton has the endorsements of Jay-Z, Katy Perry, and Beyonce. But Donald Trump has the endorsement of legendary Chicago Bears Super Bowl coach Mike Ditka, who I spoke to recently. Here's what the coach said about voting for Donald Trump. If you want good things to happen, you can vote for him. And if you don't, you don't. But don't about it after the fact. So, Coach, to me, it seems like the real reason you like Donald Trump is you guys are the same person. You're both like old school throwback, spitfire kind of guys. It'd be like just having Coach Ditka in the White House. Isn't that right?
Well, there's less BS. I mean, you got to get a lot of BS with anybody anymore. But Donald's pretty much, he says what he says and he says what he thinks. You know, we hear a lot of criticism. I want to recite you something. You tell me who said that. A man once said it's becoming increasingly difficult to be tolerant of a society that only has sympathy for the misfits, the maladjusted, the criminals, and the losers. He said, pity them and help them. But he said it's about time in our society that we stood up and cheered for the doers, for the achievers, for those people who recognize the problem and then do something about it. In other words, for the winners and leaders in life. You know who said that?
Who said that?
Vince Lombardi. Vince Lombardi said that.
Probably the only coach that might have had a little more success than you in the NFL. And it reminds me of Kaepernick. You know, you got this guy not standing for the anthem. He's celebrated. You have these kids in college. They can't wear Halloween costumes because it might offend somebody. No one likes to get their hands dirty in this country anymore. Do you see Donald Trump as the guy that can kind of just blast through this PC nonsense and kind of set the country back on the right course?
Well, the political correctness is going to kill us. America's America. We became great, not because we were politically correct. You know, we had to make tough decisions all throughout the history of our country. People don't want to stop and understand that. Nobody likes war. Nobody likes the things that come with it. But hey, sometimes it's necessary. You got to knock the bully on his ass.
That's right. And it's not just you who've endorsed Donald Trump. You also have iconic coaches like Lou Holtz and Bobby Knight have come out to support Donald. What do you guys see as talent evaluators looking at Donald Trump as a potential commander-in-chief?
Well, I think what you got to understand is you look at the situation, what needs to be done, how are you going to do it? I think, and that's the same thing they have with the coaches, Bobby and Lou. When they looked at the situation, when they went into their Indiana Notre Dame, they looked at the situation and they said, here's what we have to do to make this situation better. I did the same thing with the Bears. Now, in sports, it comes down to good people. There's no question about it. You got to have good players. I don't care who the coach is. If you don't have good players, you're not going to succeed. And I think that's what Donald Trump is trying to do right now. Here's where the country is. I think it can be in a better place, he's saying, and here's how we're going to do it. And that's all you can ask for.
And one of the places that really needs to go into a better place is the city of Chicago. Besides the Cubs' victory, a lot of violence just wreaking havoc all over that town. You know, Trump's the law and order guy. As a Chicago guy yourself, what would you like to see done in that city? Because it's just lawless in certain areas right now.
We've had so much talk in our country about the police, and you know, it's really a shame, and it's not only a shame but disgusting, because without our police and without the people who uphold the law, we have a lot of people who don't want laws, they want to be lawless, they don't want to have to abide by anything, and that's the problem right now. In Chicago, you know, they got to step on them a little harder. The police have got to have more power, and they got to be able to do a better job.
Now, I know you still run with a lot of athletes and people in the press. Do you get a hard time coming out supporting Donald Trump from some of your friends and colleagues, or do they just kind of, you know, let you do what you do because they're terrified of you?
Jesse, do you really think I would care what any of those people said about what I think? You know, life is about choices. Everybody has a choice to make. Make the choice and live with it. I mean, I'm not telling anybody to do anything they don't want to do. You got a choice, go do it. I've got a choice. Don't bother me about my choice, because I've pretty much made up my mind.
What's your gut tell you? You're an instinct guy. What's it tell you real quick?
I think he's going to win. I really do.
Coach, thanks very much for joining Waters World. We really appreciate it, and congratulations on the Chicago Cubs.
You bet. Thank you, Jesse.